Hi, Mickey here with Bonding with Board Games, and I have John with Gale Force 9, and I've been over in his booth totally fangirling out at all of the awesome games that he has. So what are we looking forward to in the future from Gale Force?
Well, here at the show, at Gen Con, we came out with Superstar Showdown, which it's kind of interesting. People come by and they're like, wrestling, I don't know about wrestling. Then when we sit them down and start playing, everybody gets all excited. People are yelling and screaming, miniatures are flying. Like, oh, it's so much fun. It's all pretty good. New stuff that we have coming out. We have some new licenses we're going to talk about. Dungeons and Dragons, Tyrants of the Underdark. Think Waterdeep, except it's in the Underdark. So you're going to play one of the Drow houses. And it's kind of the same sort of thing going through.
Because who doesn't like Dark Elves?
Exactly. So that's one of the ones we're helping WotC come out with. Doctor Who is a new IP that we're going to be coming out with.
You said the magic word.
So that's super exciting. And then Star Trek.
Star Trek.
Next year is the 50th anniversary of Star Trek. And so we have a huge epic 4X game coming out just in time for that. That's super exciting.
That's super exciting. Yeah. Awesome. And how is the con treating you guys?
Oh, it's great. This is our first time we come to Board Game Geek, except, we've been involved in the community for years. Because, make a game, it's got to be rated on Board Game Geek. But no, it's been great. It's a super well-organized show. You come in, everybody's super friendly, people come by. Steady stream of fans coming by, so yeah, it's been fun.
Awesome, yeah, and you guys were super gracious. Homeland was one of the games that was available when you came to the con.
Yeah, Homeland, Superstar Showdown, and Sons of Anarchy.
I'm so super excited to try that one. And I know that if you guys watched our top fives, Firefly was in there, Spartacus was in there. We absolutely love Gale Force 9. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
Now I got to come in from off camera because you really got me excited. Now, first of all, how do you guys, who decides, here's the show, here's the intellectual property, and this is the mechanic that's going to work with that? Is that you, or is that one of your guys, or a designer?
No, it's definitely a group effort.
All right.
We all sit around and we're like, what would we want to play? And so we get to the point where, Spartacus was the first one. We were like, I was at the licensing show. I looked up. There's a 50-foot banner of Spartacus standing there. I'm like, we can make some really cool stuff with that.
Yeah.
So that was our first IP. Once we proved that it was a good game, next one we thought about was Firefly.
Yeah.
And after that, the gaming community knows what happens with Firefly, so that did super well.
It's in 5 sandbox game.
Yeah, it's in 5 languages now, which is super cool.
Yeah, you were telling me about that. That's so cool.
Which is neat. And then after Firefly and the multiple expansions, Sons of Anarchy was next, which is a wonderful gang, warfare game. Then came along Homeland, which is a wonderful pressure cooker anti-traitor game. WWE is, it is a card-driven miniature game.
Oh, nice.
Which really captures the theme. We capture the theme of the things we do. And then, at this point, we're kind of big enough now that, the industry and the IPs now kind of come looking for us a little bit. They're like, who can make a really good licensed game? There's not a lot of people out there that can do that.
Right.
They're like, let's call Gale Force 9. So we have a long list of stuff. We're pretty well booked up through 2017.
Nice.
But the IPs I mentioned before, that's what we're working on now. And then we got some other cool stuff that's coming along.
Well, my husband was, hyping you guys up too. Said sometimes you guys get IPs and you're like, I don't think we can really do that justice or anything.
No, that's never been the case.
That's never been the case.
No, if you want to give me a Hello Kitty game, I think we can make the most awesome Hello Kitty game.
Rock on.
It more comes down to, do we think that the community will want to play that IP?
That makes sense.
That's been something fun all the way through. And then the other thing we do is, we don't have a, quote, mechanic that we say, we have this mechanic.
Each of them does something
We don't
different.
do that. We get an IP in, we look at the IP and we're like, what is this about? Spartacus is a great example. Let's get a game about fighting gladiators. That's not what the show's about. The show's about the intrigue between the houses and the treachery in the background. So that's what we did. The fighting element is only the economic engine, a reason to spend the resources to make things happen.
Right.
But the real intrigue is screwing over your buddy in the game, and that's what gets
I don't know anything about that part.
I may have backstabbed and thrown a slave into the gladiator realm now.
Just a few.
No, I'm telling you, that's the magic. I know I'm off camera again, but but the magic you guys bring is I never watched Sons of Anarchy, but because you guys put it out and I started hearing buzz, I went and picked it up, and then I started even watching the show, which is what they want
Sure.
as the intellectual property as well. So not only are the fans of the show driven to the game, but you've got gamers because you're making such a good game, and it's true to the show that it then even feeds back and drives you to the show.
Yeah, our biggest flattery we're getting right now is people coming up to us like, I have zero interest in wrestling, but it's a GF9 game, so I have to get it. Mm-hmm. So that's kind of where we are right now.
That's something about you, for sure.
It's super cool. So, when we take on a project, we take it on seriously. We really don't want to screw it up.
Right.
And if the game isn't worth something that we want to play ourselves, we don't do it.
Mm-hmm. Awesome. Well, thank you very much.
Great. Thanks.